Hello and welcome to my fragrance series. This is going to be showcasing La Nuit Tresor by Lancome. I hope you enjoy my review and my fragrance series. You can hit the subscribe, the like, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. All my social media accounts, including where you can get this, will be in the description section, so do check that out. So it says here, main accords are sweet, fruity, warm, spicy, caramel, vanilla, balsamic, woody, tropical, patchouli, and amber. I'm a sucker for vanilla, sweet, caramel. When it has caramel, I'm like, I want to smell that. So this was released back in 2015. I was not interested at all. I saw the bottle. I'm like, not really my thing. I think I smelled it. You know, like when you go to department stores and it's been sitting there for days under the fluorescent lights for what, like 16 hours? They tend to be rancid for me. And so, of course, I tried it because, you know, I don't care how rancid it will get. And it kind of gives me like a bad taste in my mouth when I do something like that. But it's one of those things that I can't help myself. So, of course, I move away and I'm like, bleh. I remember gagging when I smelled this. So I wasn't very interested. And so moved on. Gave it another chance. So here we go. Top notes, pear, tangerine, bergamot. Middle notes, strawberry, vanilla orchid, black rose, passion fruit. Base notes, praline, caramel, lychee, patchouli, vanilla, incense, coffee, licorice, coumarin, papyrus. So let's begin. It starts off for me as a very, very, very powdery sweet smell. So it's contradictory for me because I love sweet fragrances, but I don't like powdery fragrances. It's just not for me. It reminds me of a cough syrup. It's very thick, synthetically smelling, sickly sweet, synthetically smelling. Like, just not for me. A lot of people love this, which I always feel like I'm not giving it another chance and another chance and another chance. And I think this is the final thing because I don't know how many chances I'm going to get. I'm going to give it. You know what I mean? It's very sickly, kind of sweet, very potent, very powdery. Reminds me of like one of those cheap hard candies. You know what I'm talking about? When you go to like those big candy stores and they have like the candies that supposedly has been around for 100 years or whatever. Reminds me of that. It's very unimpressive. Sickly, hard candy-ish kind of smell. You know how it's very flat? That's what it is. And it made me gag every time. But of course, I'm trying to do a review, so I keep smelling myself. And that's my reaction. It's very, very mature smelling for me. And that goes with the powdery smell. It's kind of like a bad perfume for a more mature, older woman, and she seems to love it because she's wearing it. Evolves into a more powdery sweet, but a different version. Not very cough syrupy anymore. Better. Not as offensive and not as sickly sweet. Sickly sweet can sometimes there's a very small window for me. Sickly sweet can be really, really delicious, and that's a small window when it's very delicious. Most perfumes that are sickly sweet can really, for me, smell like rotted flowers or rotted banana peel, like something like that. You know, something rotted that used to be sweet. It's still sweet, but it's rotted. But it's still just not for me. And this one evolves again in some kind of rotted sweetness. Like, again, reminds me of like fruit rotting. The reason I say banana peels is that banana peels, we keep it for compost. So we have a temporary compost in our house, and then we dump that in our outside compost. But when you peel a banana and it just sits in your garbage or in your compost container for like a temporary compost indoor before you dump it outdoor one, because you don't want your compost to be inside, it stinks. It only has like a very short amount, like a window. And nobody takes your garbage every day. We don't. Our garbage is huge. And we don't put it in like the small garbage. So it kind of sits there for like a day. Even like the next day, it starts to rot. Like there's something about banana peels that just has a kind of smell to that, and it just rots really quickly. So it just rotting sweetness. So just like old fruit rotting, like just imagine a pile of fruit that's super old, and they're all rotting. Like every single piece is rotting, and some have rotted because they're super old and they're underneath or in the first layer. Just like overly sweet rotted fruit. It's just awful. Like, I don't know why this is what it is for me. And it keeps on staying in that rotted kind of smell, but starts to lay off the strength. And then it evolves into a more citrus smell, and still very mature for me. There's just something about it. I think it's the powderiness to it. It smells very mature. It's just not for me. Just not for me. The strength is okay. It does last a long time, and I hate it the whole day because I think I tested it in 2 or 3 separate days just to see, like, did I get it wrong? Did I get this? No. And I hated those few days that I tried it because I stunk. To me, like, nobody complained, but to me, I complained to myself. I stink. I hate this. So I think this is the last time I'm trying this and giving it a shot. I have evolved into, I've seen the bottle and I'm kind of like, it's kind of doable. It's kind of doable because it's unique, but I kind of hate it. I kind of hate the bottle too. Like everything about this is just not for me. I kind of hate the bottle that it won't stand up. I don't like that. I don't know why anybody would make or design that kind of bottle. It's annoying. But there's just nothing there for me. I don't know why so many people love this. I think someone rated it as like a club perfume, a date night perfume, a sexy. Like nothing about this is sexy. I would never use this to go on a date or on a date night. I would never use this to go in a club. Never. It's so gross. Just, ugh. So, I would give this a 1 out of 5 stars, maybe a 0.5. I do not like this at all. And the longevity isn't that great. It's several hours, but it's not that great. I was just kind of hoping the praline and the caramel pops up, but it's just not, no. I give this a 0 thumb up. It's just not for me. It's just like everything that I can think of that is gross and I hate is mixed into this one bottle. It's like, that is the one that, please keep it away. If there are fragrances or perfumes that you guys would suggest that I would probably enjoy, because I do not like this one, and you have seen my other fragrance reviews and fragrance series, let me know down in the comments section below. I love hearing from you guys all the time. And also, I can't even envision a person wearing this, to be honest. But if I had to picture a person wearing this, it would be someone that I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I think it's going to be rude, and I think it's going to be impolite, and I think it's going to be unfair. I can't. I really can't. I can't even picture it right now, even if I force myself, because I'm not like a hateful person, number one, and number two, no one in their right mind, in my logic and rationality, would want to wear this. No one. So I know a lot of people love it, but in my head, like, no, like, I won't like do that. No. So thank you guys for the love and support yet again. If you love this, you know, and maybe it smells really wonderful on you and for you, but it's just not for me. So I hope I didn't like offend anybody, because I'm not trying to do that. This is my opinion, and this is the reaction that I get from smelling this. And obviously my body chemistry is like hating it, because it made me hate it. Let me know down below in the comment section on what you would suggest that I would probably love, because I dislike this so much. Again, comment section below. If you love this, let me know what your other go-to perfumes are. So we'll see if this is just a dud for me, and everything else that you might like will be great on me, or it could be my body chemistry just not mixing it right. Because if everything else comes out beautiful for you on specific fragrances, that just comes out like bad for me, then that can make a lot of sense. So thank you guys for the love and support, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.